Kate Thornton has told how a TV boss fat-shamed her by saying the show wanted to send her to boot camp to lose weight, but she told him where to go and also later put the knife in years later. The TV presenter, 49, who has appeared on X Factor, Loose Women and This Morning, struggled with the eating disorders anorexia and bulimia when she was a teenager and was regularly beaten to the ground by bullies for being chubby, to the extent the police were involved following death threats. But she said even after she'd made it big on TV as an adult she was insulted by powerful senior figures. She said, "There was one incident in telly where I was working on a show where I was pulled to one side and told that they would like me to go and maybe go to a boot camp to lose weight, but don't worry, we'll pay for it. It was a television person, let's just leave it there, and I said to this person, if I was an alcoholic would you encourage me to have a drink because I'm not fun on camera? I said, do you know what, I'm going to tell you two things now. I'm going to tell you first of all I'm going to tell you why you can't say that because I've had a history of eating disorders, but you do know that, you are alive to that, so I'm just going to try to do the education piece of why this is not acceptable, and secondly go F* yourself." She added, "Funnily enough, 10 years later I was in the house and this person wandered past and goes, 'Hi, it's me, did you not recognize me?' I said, 'Yeah, I ignored you, and I just watched this person wilt on his own vine. So I thought, mate, you did that to me on the most spectacular level, so just taste some of the Kool-Aid you forced down my throat because it's not nice." Kate also said years after being bullied at school over her size she also met again with her tormentor-in-chief. Kate said, "I was chubby because in as much as my body was going through all of the changes that teenage bodies do, I was being really bullied, I was getting death threats and the police were involved, by the girls at school. We thought it was normal in my house to have a whistle next to the phone, so that when they phoned we'd just blow the whistle down the phone to them. And I remember all the names to this day and I will never forgive them. One of them I saw her, not long after it started on Pop Idol. I recognized her from her ankles. I spent a lot of time looking at her ankles because she'd often knock me to the floor. I saw her and I pulled in. I was driving past and I pulled in, and I said her name and she was like, 'My God, you're doing so well, it's so nice to see you.' She has no recollection of the stain that Shush's left on my childhood actually, her and her mates, and the way that they carried themselves. It was learned behavior, they weren't taught different, she was the bruiser, she was the one that would throw the punches, and this was every week." But Kate told the 2 Pints with Will Ralph podcast, "I have to remember she was a kid. She was pushing a buggy with 2 kids in when I saw her. I certainly didn't want to pick a conversation like that up in front of children. But you just have to forgive people sometimes for ignorance and I think she was just acting out and I was the easy target. Their behavior was awful. For help and support with eating disorders contact SEED on 01482 718130 or visit www.seedeatingdisorders.org.uk.